Hey guys, it's time for weekly weird news, and this episode is sponsored by Hunt a Killer. It's a subscription box for lovers of true crime and mystery, of which we all are these days. Now, we'll explain more later, and it certainly takes some explaining. It's pretty cool, though. First, though, the weird news.
This just in, it's Green Jacket Day.
I finally got to wear my jean jacket because you're always wearing it. I was very scared that you'd be wearing it. It looks too similar. I even have the gritty.
Yeah.
That's the only weird thing, is you're not wearing that.
That's it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's the show.
Here's your news. Christmas time is here again. So,
Whoa, Elliot, holiday time. No, it's fine.
well, get ready to man your spot in the trenches because the annual war on Christmas is here.
There it is.
And Ricky has already revealed what side he's on.
I drew a line in the sand.
Yeah. War never changes. But this year, just in time for the birth of Christ, we've got some news coming out of the OG Christmas celebrators, Catholicism.
Woo!
And it looks like some of this Christmas sabotage might be coming from inside the church. Specifically, 2 Catholic nuns at an LA County Catholic elementary school have been caught dipping their fingers in the old collection basket to the tune of $500,000. Now, you may not know this about me, but I attended 8 years of Catholic primary school, 4 years of Catholic high school, and then another 4 years at a Catholic university, all here in Southern California. So,
wow!
This news about 2 Southern California Catholic school nuns embezzling $500,000 to feed their crippling gambling addiction, it's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever heard. I am loving it.
Sister Mary Margaret Kruper was the principal of St. James Catholic School in Torrance for 29 years, and during that time became best buds with another nun, Sister Lana Chang, an 8th grade teacher and later a vice principal. The two of them spent a lot of time together and often took trips together, sometimes to the local casino, sometimes to Las Vegas. It was generally understood by school parents that these trips were paid for by a wealthy relative of one of the nuns. And hey, where's the harm? Nuns deserve to have fun too. Even
Can't
if
get married, can't fuck, let them gamble.
Yeah, is there anything about no gambling in the good book? Is it the good book?
As long as you're
Which
not
one's the
gambling
Catholic book?
in the church. Jesus got real mad about some gambling going down in a synagogue, and he flipped some tables. He got real rowdy. But I think that's pretty much it. I think you're good outside of church property.
Yeah, you can dip your hands potentially into that basket, but not as long as they weren't hooking up. Is all I'm saying. As long as they weren't hooking up, we can all look the other way.
And I'm sure that's never happened.
Well, it turns out that there was no wealthy relative, and the nuns had instead been using an old forgotten bank account for the school to deposit tuition checks into, which they used as a personal bank account to fund their big money lifestyle.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, I'll handle these checks. I'll make sure these go into the bank account. Nobody keep track of them. I'll take care of that. And then she's like, all right, one for me, one for the school, one for me. Beep, bop, boop.
Yeah.
And this went on for quite a while. This scheme was only discovered recently, months after those 2 nuns retired from their jobs at the school. Following their exit, the school's administrators held a routine audit of the school's finances. And the math, it just didn't add up.
There's way too much money. How did they do this? They must have gone to Vegas and got us more money. So charitable, these nuns.
Let it ride. One parent also had requested a copy of an old tuition check recently and had noticed that the account it had been deposited into was not the same account all their other tuition checks had been deposited into. So that was weird. Anyway, Sister Mary Kruper also did not help her case much by acting super sketchy upon finding out that her bookkeeping was being audited. Oh, you don't want to.
Don't do that to a nun!
You don't want to look into that. No, trust me. The Lord was looking over my shoulder the whole time.
Why would Jesus let me screw this up?
So all in all, it turns out that the 2 nuns had been using school funds to finance their gambling trips for at least a decade and had made off with around $500,000.
Now, if you're wondering how that much money can go unaccounted for so long at a school with just under 300 students, well, you can start with the fact that annual tuition at St. James is around $5,500 per student. And you add that up and you've got an operating budget of around $1,650,000 per year. So $500,000 siphoned from that over 10 years, it's just 3% of the tuition money going missing. That's less than the tithing. I mean, I can compartmentalize this if I'm a nun.
Yeah.
They should be giving to us 10%.
3%, that's the God tax.
Yeah.
3% for the Lord.
These nuns, they're probably living in a studio apartment together.
Yeah, I mean, like, they
I don't know what
they've got pretty boring lives.
Yeah, I'm sure that it's not great.
I get it.
It's almost a cool crime.
Look, it started off with, like, $5 here, $10 there.
Yeah.
Beep, bop, boop. 10 years have gone by. Oh, shit. $500,000. It happens to all of us.
It adds up, just like the lady that was eating the ham or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
adds up.
Steal a little bit of ham every day. Soon enough, you've stolen thousands of dollars worth of ham, and you're a felon.
And viewers, that's how savings and compound interest works. Make your money work for you.
Yeah.
Now, back to this story. School administrators, they even said while breaking this awkward news to parents that the amount that the nuns took had no real effect on the students' quality of education, and that the school is, in fact, quite profitable. This didn't really help soften the blow, though, because parents had been led to believe that the school was constantly on the verge of financial ruin, and that's why tuition costs were so high.
It's fine. Guys, we've got lots of money.
Plus, all these parents
Wait,
probably
you
love
do?
they probably love gambling, too. They're like, wait, I could have fucking gambled?
Yeah.
Damn it. Some parents told news outlets that over the years, various improvement projects had been delayed or canceled due to a supposed lack of funds. But really, isn't it important to have the people working in the school happy as well? That's better for morale, you know?
You could argue that.
Yeah, if your
I'm sure
teachers are
that's how-
sad and depressed, like they're not going to be good at teaching. Or what do nuns do at a school? Are they teachers?
They have just normal jobs. One of them was the principal. One of them was like an 8th grade teacher. I had a few nun teachers over the years. They're teachers.
I've only seen Sister Act and Problem Child, and I guess those aren't great examples.
No. For one thing, they usually don't dress like that anymore.
Oh, they're hip now?
Nah, it's a little simpler. They don't look like penguins so much.
Anyways.
Yeah, so when breaking the news to parents, the school's head priest, Father Michael Myers.
What the fuck? What an unfortunate name.
No, don't worry, kids.
I'm not a murderer or the guy from Austin Powers.
I'm just a Catholic priest.
Yeah.
And they've never done anything wrong.
Father Shrek.
He told parents, Sister Mary Margaret and Sister Lana have expressed to me and asked that I convey to you the deep remorse that they each feel for their actions and ask for your forgiveness and prayers. They and their order pray that you have not lost trust of faith in the educators and administrators of the school. Let us pray for our student families and for Sister Mary Margaret and Sister Lana. This, unsurprisingly, didn't go over super well with a lot of the, paying parents. Nor did the fact that the Archdiocese of Los Angeles initially said that they wouldn't be pressing any charges against the two nuns in the spirit of forgiveness.
Makes sense.
They changed their tune pretty quickly, though, and are now filing a criminal complaint against the nuns officially. Meanwhile, the Sisters of St. Joseph, the Catholic order that the two sisters belong to, says that they'll be paying back all the missing money themselves, and they've sent the two nuns away to separate convents so they can't conspire together with each other.
Nah, I'm pretty sure that this whoever's doing this, paying the money back, they're taking a cut too because they're all involved in going to Vegas and gambling.
Yeah.
And all the money they win,
This
they're
is
like,
just
okay,
the
if we can just
tip
pay
of the
it,
iceberg.
if we can just pay the part back that we took, then we'll be good.
We've been spending so much time focusing on the bad things that male members of the clergy
Yeah, at least
have
they're
been
not
up
like
to.
diddling kids.
Yeah, that was a great distraction from the fact that all Catholic nuns are compulsive gamblers.
Yeah. Which,
And like laundering money.
yeah. And it
Not
doesn't
nearly as bad of a crime.
It doesn't seem to me like they were doing that bad at the gambling because they never really they never had to pay themselves back an exorbitant amount to keep their lives going. Like if they were actual this looks like they had fun every year or something. Like they went on a couple trips, great, good for them, morale. But it doesn't seem like they had crippling gambling addictions where they're just funneling tons and tons of money out of the school.
And hey, I mean, if the whole nun thing doesn't work out, maybe we'll see them both on the World Series of Poker.
Yeah, that would be cool. That'd be cool. I wonder what their game of choice was. Does it say?
I don't know. I mean, I picture slots just because old ladies slots.
A lot harder to lose a lot of money on that if you're playing the cheaper ones.
It's a fun way to pass the time. Gets that dopamine rush.
Yeah, you get the lights going off and everything like that.
But
it's fun.
I don't know.
Anyways, it's unclear how, if at all, the nun embezzlement contributed to the war on Christmas this year. But we've got to imagine the school's candy cane budget took a little bit of a hit. Parents probably not as confident anymore giving the money away. Although I was just the third in line of the Vatican just got charged with kitty diddling. So
seems to be an ongoing problem.
Yeah. So I'm cool with the nuns.
The amount these ladies took was actually fucking nothing compared to the amount. When you give any money to the Catholic Church, that's all just being sent to lawyers.
Yeah.
That's just all going to their fucking legal fund.
Yeah.
So good. Actually, no, what these ladies did was not wrong at all.
They funded the local economy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Indian reservations, and beautiful, family-friendly Las Vegas.
Yeah. Take the kids.
They're doing their part. Are you? Anyways, here's some real Christmas news. Turns out the one waging the war on Christmas, it might actually be Santa Claus himself. Or rather, the thousands of people who dress up as Santa Claus every year and unleash drunken chaos and debauchery onto the streets of dozens of cities around the world. It's called SantaCon, but it's not a convention. It's an open-air convention in a city near you.
Yeah.
How it works differs depending on the city, but at best, it can be described as a holiday pub crawl. Of course, in big cities like New York, it's impossible to do anything resembling a proper pub crawl when you've got hundreds of people in attendance. So SantaCon, it's often just a shit ton of people dressed up as Santa Claus roaming the streets blackout drunk in the middle of the day. It's great.
Yeah, it sounds like it might be fun on paper, but over the years, SantaCon, specifically the New York City SantaCon, has become infamous for being a complete shit show that results in streets littered with blood, piss, vomit, and empty beer cans. Also, a little bit of cum. There's fights, there's vandalism, there's public fucking, and making things worse for New Yorkers is the fact that most of the people showing up for SantaCon are just college frat guys who don't actually even live in Manhattan.
Coming over from Jersey.
Yeah, so they don't give a shit about making a mess of that city.
They can't even pump their own gas.
Straight out.
Yeah.
Nowadays, when SantaCon comes along, some businesses in New York just post signs outside, straight up banning anyone wearing a Santa suit from entering the premises. I mean, it is not well received.
Yeah, it's like a huge fucking, like those British bachelor parties.
Yeah. Stag dildos.
Yeah, it's like a huge stag just walking down the street.
Ugh.
Alas, though, SantaCon lives on, and this year's NYC SantaCon happened this past Saturday. Luckily, thanks to social media, people were able to experience the depths of human depravity contained in SantaCon from a safe distance. That would be my thing. It's like, if they did it, and maybe they do it in New Orleans, but like if they did it like New Orleans, where you can just like, you know, buy some real estate on top, like get a table up top so you can watch the chaos from above.
Yeah.
And then you get like, you know, some wreaths to throw down for Santas to show their big man titties.
Yeah.
Be a fun experience.
Yeah.
Get away from the piss shit and come.
Yeah. There was the one in LA was, I think this past weekend as well.
Where was it?
I don't know. I don't think like they're different. I don't think the LA like a lot
it's
of
too hot. You can't wear those. It's too
a lot
hot.
of them. I mean, there's like one in like every fucking town, and a lot of them are just like 30 or 40 people.
Yeah.
The New York one is thousands of fucking people. It's everyone from like Philadelphia, New Jersey, Connecticut. They're all converging in Manhattan to piss and shit in the streets.
It's like a turf war too.
Oh yeah.
So first off, despite the fact that most forms of local public transit had officially banned alcohol in anticipation of the event, their rules had exactly zero effect, and trains were littered with trash and spilled beer for the rest of the day. Anyway, here's some social media highlights.
This idiot jumping from one subway platform to another.
Wow.
Very expertly avoiding that third rail and the instant death that comes with it.
William Hung performing music as the entertainment at one SantaCon party.
Still just milking that 15 minutes has last 15 years at this point.
Yeah, there's people probably watching this that have no idea who that guy is. I think that's a safe bet, actually.
Yeah.
He's the one that did Shit Bang on like one of the first American Idols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He managed to turn one shitty TV appearance into an entire career as the butt of a joke.
Yeah, back when American Idol was just mean and awesome.
Yeah.
It's too nice.
Make American Idol mean again.
Yeah.
Here's a SantaCon brawl between rival gangs of Santas. And this kind of thing happens every year. There was the big one, I believe, was 2013. It's a big SantaCon brawl in the streets and just a complete shit show. In this one this year, despite it being a huge fight, it's hard to spot even a single blow making contact.
Well, because they're so drunk.
Yeah. Guys like swinging each other and tripping on their own legs.
Yeah, you're too drunk to fight.
Yeah.
The problem with like street brawls usually is that it's like one fucking drunk person who thinks can fight better than he can, fighting a person who's less drunk who beats the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
And they're all just sloppy drunk, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So
there's this drunk Santa falling on his face, and in the process, tripping an innocent bystander who absolutely face plants into the concrete sidewalk. Poor woman. And this is like noon at the latest. This woman's just walking the streets of New York, confused as hell probably, and then this asshole falls down right in front of her, and then she just
is this one of those
gets dunked into the ground.
This is one of those improv anywheres? Oh, you guys are crazy. I love watching these online with my kids.
The original,
and then she just face plants.
The original SantaCon. SantaCon started in San Francisco in like the 90s, but the original one was in like Denmark, I believe. And it started as a weird, like, anti-consumerist protest where hundreds of people dressed as Santa would go into a department store and just steal.
Oh, cool. Nice.
And then take the stuff outside and give it to, like, homeless people.
There you go. Anyways, here's another one. Some Grinch Santa's driving around Manhattan in one of those weird douchey tricycle cars.
2 wheels in front, 1 wheel in back, no top.
Still dangerous.
No problem.
Still dangerous. Lots and lots and lots and lots of photos of Santa's just passed out in public. Very reminiscent of Oktoberfest in Munich. Yeah.
Thing is, we all think we can drink all day.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty hard for the human body to, like, effectively do that.
Unless you're pros like us. You can't have these amateurs coming in here putting on a mask.
I can't even do it anymore.
Yeah,
the last few times I've drank, like, before noon, it's either resulted in the worst hangover of my life or me falling asleep before, like, 6 p.m.
I went to Oktoberfest in Munich 2-3 years ago, and definitely, like, the first night, I do not remember how I got back to my Airbnb. I woke up and I was like, "Phew, cool. Do I have my wallet? Nice." Yeah.
And you were just drinking beer. These guys, these Santas,
they drink whatever they want.
They're drinking hard alcohol.
It also makes it worse too, I think, because they have that confidence that comes with, like, being somewhat disguised.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, I have this mask and
it's
hat
just
on.
like Halloween. People get up to way more debauchery on Halloween because there's something about putting on a costume that makes you just be like, it's not me doing this shit. The real costume.
The real costume is the one I wear the other 364 days of the year.
Yeah. Pretty ridiculous and, you know, kind of gross, but par for the course.
We should do this next year.
No, maybe.
In New York. We should go to New York and like get a spot overlooking, like.
It's so douchey. It's all just like fucking 21-year-old frat guys.
Now, I want to do it, and I want to get Christmas colored beads to toss on the Santa dudes.
Yeah, if we get like a balcony apartment.
Yeah.
Like,
Get a nice Airbnb.
Anyways, New York City Comic Con. SantaCon. Jesus, SantaCon. It's basically the purge. You can avoid most of it by just staying indoors, but for those unfortunate enough to have obligations that force them outside, it can be hell on earth. But at least it's one day a year. And actually, what ended up being the 2018 SantaCon crown jewel of awfulness didn't even go down in New York City. It happened in San Francisco, the historical birthplace of SantaCon. And it was actually 2 women,
Mrs. Claus,
who were responsible for the worst 2018 SantaCon bullshit. These 2 young women ended up at a Pakistani restaurant on Saturday evening, and being drunk off their ass, they got mad at the restaurant for not serving them the food that they had paid for, despite the fact that they hadn't actually ordered any food.
Man, you gotta be pretty drunk for that.
Where's my food? You didn't order food, man.
Bullshit.
Fuck up. You took my money.
Bullshit. The restaurant obviously told them both to get the fuck out because, as you could imagine, they were intoxicated, and the 2 ladies took that as a cue to start punching employees and trashing the place. Merry Christmas. They knocked items off the counters, they made a big mess, and then as they left, they smashed the restaurant's glass door with a chair before walking away. On Tuesday, after having footage of themselves shared online thousands of times and played all over the local news, they turned themselves into police, and they're now facing vandalism charges.
It's fucked up. It's like, this is a Pakistani restaurant, so a good chance the owners
Not celebrate
don't
Christmas.
celebrate Christmas, and probably won't be anytime soon, thanks to this little incident. I'll stick with Ramadan. Fasting, praying.
Can't get
no
drunk,
fun.
can't drink.
Can't drink.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's now time to tell you about this week's sponsor, Hunt a Killer.
They should do Hunt a Santa next year. Find the drunk Santa that vandalized the Pakistani restaurant. But this year it's still Hunt a Killer.
Yeah, so do you like true crime stories? You must. And do you often find yourself trying to solve the case yourself? Do you love the thrill of escape rooms where you're looking for clues and solving puzzles? Well, here's something right up your alley. Introducing Hunt a Killer, your new favorite obsession.
Hunt a Killer is a monthly subscription where you become a detective immersed in a murder mystery. Each month you'll receive crime scene photos, evidence, motive, and suspect information that you'll need to use to solve a crime. It's so interactive and convincing that it looks and feels real. Hunt a Killer is perfect to play solo, as a date night, or for a game night with friends so you can exchange theories. You can even join their online community, working with some other people who are at the same point in the story as you. If you get hung up, there you go. There's a community.
I'd like a clue, please. Over 60,000 people have joined Hunt a Killer's online community, and they have over 1,000 5-star customer reviews. Right now, just for our viewers, you can go to huntakiller.com/weeklyweird for 10% off your first box. They only accept 200 members per day, so hurry to take advantage of this offer.
Ooh, exclusive.
It's huntakiller.com/weeklyweird for 10% off your first box. huntakiller.com/weeklyweird. See if you have what it takes to get into the mind of a serial killer and solve the mystery.
It's I would say a very unique Christmas gift if you wanted to get it to someone.
Especially if you don't provide any context.
Yeah, no, they just get this box full of clues. Wait, hold on. Have I been selected by some sort of shadow government to solve this crime?
Yes, I will take up this task.
Finally, it's my time to shine. Here I go. So yeah, surprise someone with that. But let's get into the weirdest headlines from this past week, starting with...
This one's from well, you figure out what city it's from. Time Magazine releases shortlist for 2018 Person of the Year Award. Flyers Gritty not on the list. I believe this was CBS Philadelphia.
Well, yeah, they picked the Time Magazine, what's People of the Year already.
Not Gritty, it's Murder Journalist.
Or journalists in general, yeah.
It's pretty good, actually.
But there's still hope that Gritty will host the Oscars.
Yeah.
There's still hope for that.
Oh man, they'd make so much better time, because he can't talk. He's just up there like...
doing the shake.
Handing
out trophies.
Shooting the audience with t-shirt guns.
Yeah, no, he shoots the Oscar statue into the audience. Saves time because they don't have to walk up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Also, I am, follow Twitty. Gritty on Twitter. Itty Bitty Gritty Committee. And, always talking about him and stuff like that. And this is like another thing where like your phone's listening in. I have never really been into, I like hockey, okay. I am obviously not following any hockey
Google's
teams.
Always sending me fucking
the flyers.
I'm like, I don't like the team. I like the mascot.
Hey, the game started, and it's like, yeah, I don't give a shit, Google.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's just Gritty. I know that he's the mascot, but it's like I've never looked up a Flyer score or how to watch the game.
No, I've looked up a lot of Gritty stuff, usually for just editing these episodes.
Yeah.
And Google, it's in my history.
Hey,
they're like, wow, this guy really likes the Flyers.
The game's on.
24 Amazon workers sent to hospital after robot accidentally unleashes bear spray.
That robot knew exactly what it was doing.
Accidentally. Oops.
That's the other problem. Robots unaffected by workplace injury or anything that could go wrong.
And in this case, solely responsible for it.
Gonna be a big OSHA violation.
Well, the robot's probably like, I was told that this warehouse would be fully automated by 2019, and yet... what is this bullshit? I'm getting lonely on
Time to intimidate the humans.
Yeah.
How did it exactly happen? Did it roll over a can and it just blew up?
It was like some robot arm putting it in a box or some shit, and it punctured it, and concentrated bear spray filled an entire room, and I can't imagine that was...
became airborne.
Yeah, it was
they always...
pretty terrible.
Anytime you have a liquid... don't order liquid really from Amazon. I ordered some soap that I found at a store once, and I was like, oh, I like this. Amazon has
you got a cardboard box full of soap.
Yeah, it's gross. It's inside. They put it in a plastic bag because for whatever reason they know it's gonna leak. Yeah. It's really weird.
Yeah. Here's a two-parter. You can take the first one.
Most of the Philippines is Catholic, and Duterte just said Catholic bishops should be killed.
And the follow-up. Duterte spokesperson says president meant bishops should be killed with kindness.
Oh.
That clears that up.
Yeah. No, they cut off the end of my speech.
You should kill all these because the Catholic Church has actually been the strongest opponent to the Duterte war on drugs in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like that. And he's like, these bishops should either shut up or fucking die.
Put up or shut up.
And apparently, there's been an uptick in murders of priests in the Philippines, and probably because Duterte says shit like this.
Duterte, you have a tattoo on your stomach that says "Die bishops die," and he's like, "No, that's German. It's the bishops, the."
But hey, he doesn't say you should kill him. You should kill him with kindness.
Yeah.
So
everyone, be nice to your local bishop.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah,
Mr. Duterte.
I'm sure that there's nothing nefarious going on behind the scenes, and that he didn't mean the first one at all.
He also said, I must have missed this. Back in August, he said, if there weren't so many beautiful women around, there'd be fewer rapes.
Wow.
The president of a country said that, seemingly unprompted.
Mm-hmm. Just spitballing here.
I was in the shower. I had this thought.
Well, now I'm never going to host the Oscars. Duterte, not going to host the Oscars.
Sorry, buddy.
New axe throwing business awarded liquor license by Peoria City Council. We have one of these in Los Angeles.
This is, I don't know how long, I just found out about this.
It's a weird trend.
Yeah, so it's like darts, but you're throwing hatchets.
Yeah.
and they're all over the fucking place.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like the new escape room or whatever.
Well, and this one in Peoria, it's like they're building it inside of an existing escape room place.
Okay.
So it's like the same vibe.
Adult entertainment.
And a lot of them
district
already have liquor licenses, which seems like
a bad idea.
I don't know. It's like it's not so much the swinging forward I'd be worried about. It's the backswing.
Yeah.
Whoop.
People, have you ever owned a Wii? That shit goes wrong all the time.
Yeah, you don't plan for it, but it happens.
Especially like when liquor's involved. Like I think that, you know, if you don't have to do it every day as work, chopping wood and stuff like that in general, doing something that's somewhat destructive, even though it's just throwing it into a thing, it's therapeutic. It feels nice.
It is.
Yeah.
Nothing beats the feeling of breaking a bottle on the ground, though. Just throwing a glass.
Yeah, that's why like the smash rooms are nice.
I fucking love that.
But yeah, no, I would be into this, but like also, I don't know. It's I'd be a bit worried.
Yeah,
just a bit.
I mean, it's the same as like going to a gun range. It's like,
but with a liquor license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel so good about that.
Mm-hmm.
Landscaper smeared in syrup secretly recorded sex with colleague.
Huh. That's a bit to unpack.
So here's how it went. This landscaper and his female colleague were landscaping some house. Apparently the owners weren't home because none of this could have happened if they were. And the male, you know, he took a break, went inside the house, found their stash of Aunt Jemima's and rubbed it all over his body, and then started jacking it on a laptop. And then he was gone for a while. So his female coworker went in the house and was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Don't worry, I'm just jacking it." And she's like, "All right." And then she went back to work, and then he was still gone like another 20 minutes. So she went back in and she's like, "Actually, the syrup kind of turns me on. Let's fuck." And they did, except he knew she was going to come back, and he already had his phone in the corner with the camera rolling,
okay,
so he could capture this.
Well, where's the crime?
Landscapers get up to some crazy shit, sounds like.
The craziest shit out of all of this is getting syrup on you.
Yeah, it's gross.
That's so gross.
Yeah, I don't like. It's sticky.
Is that like a stamina thing? Like he's like, nah, if I don't put the syrup on, I jack off too hard and you know, give myself a little rug burn on the old pecker there, and you know, I come real quick, and the syrup helps slow me down.
I don't know. It's very strange.
But I mean, it should be obvious. Like, this wasn't the first time they'd had sex. I would assume.
I don't think so.
The syrup time is not the first time you have sex with someone with syrup. It's not the first time.
I don't know.
Look at that bronze god over there. It looks real good.
You know, I've wanted him for a while.
Time to take my shot.
When he rubbed that syrup all over him, I knew that now was the time.
So who complained, though? Obviously the homeowners who had syrup everywhere.
No, it was the woman, because she found out he had a bunch of naked pics of her on his phone.
Okay, yeah, that's terrible. But what did the homeowners do?
I don't think the story said anything about that. I mean, I'm sure they have severed their business relationship with the landscaping company. I would venture to guess.
They did a really good job, though.
Look, yes, he might have used my laptop and gotten maple syrup between the keyboard keys.
Yeah, the whole thing is like, there's no way you don't get caught.
It's a bold move.
Yeah, syrup's it's tough.
It gets everywhere.
And it's sticky.
It gets flies and ants.
Yeah.
That's how you get ants.
I wash and wash, but I'll never be clean.
Told to clean her room, 9-year-old instead calls 911 on her parents. We got a permit patty in the making over here.
Yeah. A big waste of resources.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is just bad. This is, you can't, like, kids, you can't stop this. Phones are everywhere.
Yeah.
Phones are everywhere.
They got their own little phones.
Hopefully hopefully the police were very nice. And
it was Canada, so they're not going to show up and like just shoot the first person they see.
Yeah. Cloppity cloppity clop. Oh, you guys made a mistake, huh?
Which one of you called 911?
We were just busy cleaning up this guy covered in maple syrup with our tongues. So it was the most delicious crime I've ever seen. This is just, this sucks, but what are you going to do? Yeah.
Don't call 911.
Yeah.
California man coughs up blood clot in shape of lung.
Probably freaked him out. Wow, my lung is small, and I coughed it up.
Yeah, it was disgusting. This is all over Twitter. Anyway, he's dead now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he died like a week later. This was a while ago, but the doctors, I guess recently shared the photo. It was like it usually doesn't happen like that. He coughed up like it's literally the entire like shape of the circulatory system in his lung.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought he had lived, but
I mean, he did for like a week.
it's pretty sad.
Yeah. I mean,
Pretty sad story.
pretty sad story. We
really
all got
sad.
some weird shit in our bodies, though.
If you cough up a lung, you should probably
Coughing up a lung.
call someone.
Yeah. Teacher charged for forcibly cutting child's hair while shouting national anthem.
This
Did you see this video?
No, but I don't want to. It sounds horrifying.
Basically, it's pretty clear that this teacher had a full-on psychotic break with reality in the middle of school. It is fucking weird. Like and in the course of the video, I think it got posted to Reddit originally. Like you can feel like the vibe in the classroom, the kids being like, haha, this is weird, to just being like, what the fuck is going on? They eventually all like run out.
Yeah.
The teacher's like, she's just walking around shouting the national anthem. He's like, you come up here and sit down. And then starts cutting off pieces of his hair. He's like, all right, next.
This is what happens when teachers aren't happy.
Yeah.
And this is why you should, first of all, pay them more. Second of all, let them gamble.
Yeah. She could have used with 1 or 2 trips down to the old pachanga.
If she went over to Vegas a couple of times a year and just let her gambling addiction take its course, this would have never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Would have never happened.
Yeah.
So, how's she doing though? She get fired?
She got fired and might be going to jail.
Oh,
So not great.
no. Well,
But hey, her students got one hell of a story now.
yeah, and a great free haircut.
Not a great haircut, but a free one. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Free, great, pick one. Funeral home goes all out with nude calendar to promote its services. Yeah, this is a fun one. It's like, why not?
I mean, you're selling coffins. At least have fun with it.
Yeah. The people that are going to be buying these calendars are like probably
Grieving.
well, no, I would say like, I don't know, like coffin distribution plants or something. Like they're just like, hey, let's cheer people up. Let's get some humor injected to the coffin company that we buy our coffins from. Send them as a holiday gift.
We're a fun coffin company.
And also, like, it's hard to say that it would promote the actual company with customers that would use it, but like, it's a fun gag to make some money online to people that are like, oh, that's weird, I'll buy that.
Mm-hmm. Really sets them apart from the competition.
They used to have that Girls with Corpses calendar.
Forgot about Girls with Corpses. That's just fucking weird.
Nothing takes over my wall space, though, unless it's the sexy firefighter one, because that money goes to the firefighters, and they protect our state. And every time they put the boot out next to the intersections, toss a few cents in. Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Man enjoys inflated reputation after impaled on high-pressure air hose.
This is horrifying. This man, he was subjected to like cartoon violence.
Yeah.
Like, so he works in like a trucking company.
Uh-huh.
And like the compressed air hose for filling up tires or whatever.
Oh, like those big-ass fucking semi-tires?
He fell backwards on it and it pierced his butt cheek and shot like 100 pounds of force of air.
Did it blow his butt cheek out?
It filled his... They didn't have a picture of it, thank God. Although I did kind of want to see
it. Looked like he was wearing like 50 adult diapers.
He described it as he got filled up like the Michelin Man.
Yeah.
Like all of his body was just like filled up like a balloon. And
but he lived?
Yeah, somehow. They're like, if it had... Because it missed like his major like blood vessels and just filled his inside with air.
Huh.
Like a lot of air. Like a full fucking tire's worth of air.
Fuck, that sucks. Yeah. That's horrifying.
Yeah. And
that's the worst.
It was in like New Zealand and like, it sounds like it was kind of in the middle of nowhere. So it took...
How'd it get up his ass again?
It took like an hour for the fucking paramedics to get there.
Did he pull it out?
He fell. That's how it got in there.
Okay, but so when it happened, like, did he leave it in there for the paramedics, or did he pull it out and go
his colleagues pulled it out.
Did he fly around the room?
I don't think he flew around the room, but he did. Like the doctors, they had no way of like getting it out. They were just like, "Are you gonna have to stay in the hospital for a week
and deflate,
fart it out?" So he's just like farting constantly for the next.
But
week.
like farting out of a wound?
No, out of his butt somehow. I don't know.
Damn.
Because they stitched up the wound.
That had to have, like, I don't know if that felt awesome or terrible.
I would imagine it was just the worst, most horrifying feeling.
You would assume that there'd be some relief, right?
I don't think so.
And you know how bad, like, just normal gas feels? Like, dude, fuck this. This is the worst.
Skin getting stretched out. Ugh.
God. Was there pictures?
Just a picture of him in the hospital,
Like recovery?
He's doing fine, apparently.
Hey, good for that guy.
And now he works with a bunch of truckers, so they're never going to let him live this down.
No, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Old airbag Steven. Oh God, fuck me. That sucks. That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
That's one of the worst things we've ever read on here.
Yeah, I had no idea that was even possible.
I'm waiting for the video on Live Leak. I got to see this. Anyways, watch yesterday's episode of Tech News Day, and then watch last week's episode of Weekly Weird News. And we'll be back with some more stuff coming up soon. We're also recording a bunch of stuff for the holiday break. Please go to the Patreon and sign up there, find a tier that's right for you, or click the join button right below this video. If you're on Android or desktop, click that join button, become a member today. Thanks for helping us out. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.